Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is Thursday, March 2nd.
Thanks for joining us. Second day of March and already some crazy weather.
We had some wild storms overnight. Not for everybody as we go outside with live cam. Leftover clouds out there. And Steph and I were talking about it earlier this morning, and so was our weather team. Justin, you were a part of that. These storms were few and far between, fast and powerful.
They were. Most people probably didn't even know there were storms overnight, but for those who were caught underneath these storms, it was loud. We had some hail, some heavy rain in some spots. Not a lot here around San Antonio, but certainly south of town and then just north of town. Right now, we're left with mostly cloudy skies. All the rain has moved out. We're not expecting any rain here in the short term, but as we get into the afternoon, it will change a little bit. We could see a couple storms popping up. So let's first get you your forecast. 74 to 11 o'clock, 76 noontime. Cloudy skies and then breaking out to some sun this afternoon. 87 by 4 o'clock. Southerly winds starting to pick up 10 to 20 miles per hour. Then those winds will change once this front comes through and we'll get some very strong winds. There's a look at some of the rain chances. We brought them up to about 40% as we get into this evening. Temperatures in the 70s there at 7 o'clock, dropping down into the 60s, but we'll be watching for some of those storms. Perhaps a couple strong ones out there, especially north of San Antonio. Here's a look at some of the weather headlines. Our window for storms between 5 and 9 p.m. Severe weather. I think we could see a few strong storms, isolated. Gusty winds and hail would be the main threats. And then strong winds. That's the other big story. Behind this front, gusts to 50 miles per hour. And there will be a high fire danger. Right now, 71 and cloudy. Dew point is at 66, and we've got a southeasterly breeze at about 13 miles per hour. Storm reports last night. We did get some big hail down there around Dilley. Look at the baseball-sized hail there. These pictures coming in on our KSAT Connect. You go over towards the Charlotte area. Another large hailstone there reported by one of our viewers. That's a cell phone you see there as a frame of reference. And then north of San Antonio, we had hail reports from Bernie to Bulverde over to Canyon Lake. About quarter-size hail there. So that's the latest as far as storm reports. But our Katrina Weber was down in Dilley this morning, and she found more damage there.
People here in Dilley are waking up to the damage here, getting a good look in the daylight, and it's not pretty. A lot of broken glass on the ground, on cars, the windows busted right out. Take a look at this one. The sunroof just completely gone as a result of that storm that came through. According to police, about 11 o'clock last night, they say they started getting calls from the area of I-35 where cars were passing through. People had their windows busted out. This mobile home park is in the hilltop section. And people here work in the oil fields. They got up early to all this damage. Now, if you doubt the power of this storm, this cinder block right here, according to one man, was smashed in two by that hail coming down. That's how big it was and how heavy it was. A lot of damage here, but according to police, there were no injuries. But people here definitely have to make repairs. Reporting from Dilley, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Now, really didn't see as many issues here in town, but unfortunately, new issues are popping up on our roadways. Morning rush is pretty much done and over with, but we're still dealing with some of those problems that came. 281 at Grayson, just one of those big spots where anytime an issue pops up, it's going to cause slowdowns for drivers. Now, this is a crash that's been reported, and we're going to get to that in just a minute, but I wanted to show you that shot because first responders obviously have had their hands full when we have issues like that on the roadways. We're going to start here at 35 northbound at US 90, where we did have a major crash that was reported earlier. 3 lanes were blocked off, and it does look like we're seeing some progress, but that crash still reported active according to TxDOT. Let's take a drive over here where we have another crash reported at 35 northbound at Commerce Street. You see a little bit of a buildup taking place out there, and that could be folks still making their way in from Pleasanton. So just remember, the drive may not be too pleasant in those northbound lanes. Do want to now get to that issue we showed you earlier here on 281. That's in the southbound lanes. So if you're traveling into the downtown area near I-35, you will likely see those first responders make sure to move over or slow down. And unfortunately, we are not done yet. We have one more crash to get to right here at I-10 eastbound at Gulebra Road, where we still have a pretty big buildup taking place as folks are making their way into the downtown area. And as we give you a wide look at the metropolitan area, thankfully a lot of green out there, but still plenty of slowdowns to talk about. This is just one of the problem spots here at 281 at Grayson. Multiple first responders on the scene. I'm hoping everyone's doing okay out there, but as we get one last look around town, thankfully everywhere else traffic is looking okay. Still a little bit busy, but I'll track the roadways throughout the morning and let you guys know if we need to hop back in for any new updates.
And we appreciate it. Thank you, Stephen.
Let's look at today's 9 at 9.
San Antonio police have arrested Abilene Schneider in connection to last week's deadly dog attack. Officials say her arrest is based on new evidence that shows Schneider and her husband shared custody of the 3 dogs. According to the arrest record, Schneider recorded conversations she had with her husband talking about how dangerous the dogs had become after they were sterilized.
The Uvalde High School Mariachi Group has made history. They won a first division award at the UIL State Mariachi Festival last Friday. The district says this is the first group from Uvalde High School to compete at the state level, and the ensemble consists of 4 freshmen, 8 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 5 seniors.
The FBI is questioning 40-year-old Mark Muffley, who they say tried to smuggle an explosive device onto a plane at a Pennsylvania airport. Officials say the device did contain flammable and explosive materials, but was not operational and was not constructed to go off in flight. Muffley is charged with possession of an explosive in an airport.
3 people are dead and 6 others are injured after a Russian missile hit a 5-story apartment building in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that several floors of the building were destroyed in the strike, which occurred while it was still dark. The State Emergency Service said in an online statement that it had rescued 11 people so far, including 1 pregnant woman.
Eli Lilly and Company, the largest manufacturer of insulin in the U.S., says it will lower the price of its most prescribed insulin and roll out a program that caps the monthly out-of-pocket cost for patients at $35 or less for the life-saving medication.
A crew for SpaceX and NASA spending their first morning in outer space today. The company and the space agency launched their latest mission with a Crew 6 team to the International Space Station. Today's launch was the 6th joint crew rotation mission between SpaceX and NASA and is a part of NASA's Commercial Crew Program, which sends the agency's astronauts to the ISS on private spacecraft.
Elon Musk is saying Tesla's next vehicle assembly plant will be in Mexico. Musk called the move supplemental production, making it clear that production is not being moved to the new location from anywhere else, including Austin. Tesla has set an eventual goal of building 20 million cars a year.
Ford has applied for a patent for technology that lets vehicles repossess themselves. If owners ignore warnings about missed payments, the system starts with disabling features such as GPS, air conditioning, cruise control, and it could lock the owner out. If the owner still doesn't act, the vehicle may drive itself to a spot for a tow truck to pick it up.
Power up, because Universal has decided to release the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 days earlier than expected. It will debut in North America on Wednesday, April 5th, instead of Friday, April 7th. And that's today's 9 at 9. In your morning headlines, Michigan State is adding more locks to doors and security to campus after recent deadly shootings.
And a small pup stuck out in the cold needs to be rescued from a snowstorm. Plus, a carb-loaded fast food favorite will be back on the menu soon. RJ Marcus joins us with those stories and more.
Yeah, not sure about this one here, but apparently it has enough fans to bring this back to the KFC menu. So we'll talk about this one here in just a bit, guys, but want to start first with President Biden's new cybersecurity strategy to fight hackers. The White House wants new regulations for certain companies to raise their cyber defenses, and these are companies that are ones that are critical to economic and national security. The White House wants to work with Congress to develop legislation that holds software makers liable when their products don't adequately protect against these hackers. Over the past few years, several ransomware attacks have threatened key public services. The Biden administration has already imposed cybersecurity requirements on aviation and oil and gas pipelines. The healthcare industry could be next. Okay, it's been a little bit more than 2 weeks since that horrible mass shooting there at Michigan State, and now the university is announcing several security updates to try to prevent another tragedy. 3 students were killed and 5 others injured in that February 13th attack. The school will now require key cards to enter many buildings. Right now, only specific doors on campus require those ID key cards. The university will also outfit 1,300 classrooms with new locks and expand its camera network. Some of these changes will start on March 13th.
That will take time. It will take time. Supply chain, we're heavily reliant upon that. Installation, things of that nature. But we will begin to do that as soon as the equipment arrives.
It is good that they're doing one of the few things that a university can do to prevent this in the future.
And that was one of the students that was there at the Student Union building the day of that attack. So Michigan State is also making its active violence intruder training now mandatory. It had been voluntary before that mass shooting. Okay, now to the Northeast, specifically Maine, where a cute pup was rescued after, check this pup out right here, so pretty, after it wandered away from home and spent all night in the freezing cold. So that was Gabby that you just saw right there. Her owner let her out to go to the bathroom. Her owner usually says she will come right back, but next thing that she knew, Gabby was nowhere to be found. So it turns out that Gabby walked 200 yards away from her home and ended up on a ditch in the side of the road. So a deputy passing by heard Gabby crying in that ditch, saw that she was stuck, and then managed to pull her out of it. Gabby was shivering and could not stand up on her own, so this deputy took her to the command center where Gabby was given a blanket and even chicken pot pie to eat.
This dog was just as gentle and sweet, and it allowed me to pick it up.
Yep. Definitely, we saw some life come right into it as soon as it started to eat, so that was a good sign.
Oh yeah, I said, oh Gabby, there you are. Thanks a million for helping that dog, because I don't know what I had done if something was happened to her, you know.
Yeah, so Gabby is back home safe and sound. She's warm, and obviously she was well fed during that trip to the dispatcher's office. Speaking of food and chicken here, Kentucky Fried Chicken is bringing back the KFC Double Down. Check this thing out. That's right, if you don't remember, this came about 10 years ago. The sandwich has 2 fried chicken fillets, you can see right there, as the bun. So the Double Down made its debut in 2010 and sold more than 10 million sandwiches. It reappeared in 2014 for a short time, but KFC said fans have been hoping for its return, so the chain is answering the call. Now the new KFC Double Down will be available for a limited time starting on Monday, March 6th.
I think they missed a prime opportunity to call this the Double Cluck Sandwich. Okay,
there we go.
But
yeah.
apparently Jack in the Box already calls their chicken sandwich the cluck and the spicy cluck.
They have to stay away from that.
Yeah, how dare they? Yeah, I don't know. I've never had this, but not really a huge fan of this sandwich.
I don't know. It looks amazing behind you there.
It does. It does look very nice here.
Give it a try.
RJ,
I might have to.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
9:10, 71 degrees still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Still ahead, a policy to help feed low-income families is expiring. What this means for thousands of families and how San Antonio is preparing. Plus,
good morning. Take a look at this unique museum here. Northeast ISD students are experiencing Texas history. We take you at the different sections and what they will be learning today on a field trip coming up next.
9:14 to celebrate Texas Independence Day today. Students at Northeast ISD are visiting an outdoor museum and experiencing Texas history through hands-on learning.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from Bradley Middle School's. This is the Mill Springs Cabin with what students are learning today. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. All things Texas at this outdoor museum. Check it out. Look at this general store. This is 1800s general store. They also have a schoolhouse and even a chuck wagon. This morning we have cabin coordinator Christine joining us. Good morning. Tell us about this outdoor museum.
Well, good morning and happy Texas Independence Day. Today is Texas's birthday. We are 178 years old today. And we also have the cabin's birthday today, who is just a little bit over 200. This is the Mill Springs Cabin. Welcome. Every year we have thousands of fourth graders come and visit our cabin. Each day this week we'll have about 70 to 80, and they'll come about our grounds and they'll rotate from each rotation and learn a little bit from my docents who've been training all year to teach them about Texas history.
Tell us about some of the topics they will be learning about today.
So the one behind me is the Mill Springs Cabin, and the Mill Springs Cabin has been here for several years. It's our actual 25th anniversary today that we're opening. And inside the cabin, you will find different artifacts that have been donated from families and communities all around Bradley. And our docents will present the different artifacts to our students and let them touch them and interact with them and show them a little bit what it was like on the frontier in Texas.
What type of impact have you seen over the years?
It's been incredible. You know, when I was here on my field trip in 4th grade, all we had was a chuck wagon, a teepee, and the cabin. And now we have all of these rotations and everything in them has been donated. So each time a field tripper comes out here, we learn more and more about how their families were impacted by Texas history, and they donate to our cause as well.
And this morning, we also have one of the students here from the middle school. Andrew, good morning. Tell us about this cabin here. When you explain to the other students, what do you tell them about this cabin?
So I tell them that it was originally built in 1820, over 205 years ago. I always like to explain that this loft usually went across the whole length of the cabin, and that a family of like 6 to 8 people would have lived in a cabin this size.
What's your favorite part about today?
Today, I like now? I like explaining artifacts to kids. Like this one, for example. This would be beeswax. It would have been used to make candles like that one right there.
So maybe today, what do you tell the students? What should they expect when they come here?
They should expect to have a really fun time. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. And we have these stickers that we get. Once you come into this exhibit, you get these howdy stickers. Okay, this is awesome. Thanks, Andrew. We're going to have more coming up on the noon show, and we're going to go inside the other cabins and take you there.
Thank you, Tiffany. That's cool that they had it.
It is. Happy birthday, Texas. We were so focused on rough weather in the area,
Yes.
traffic and everything, getting your day going. We totally forgot about Texas Independence Day today.
Yeah, that's
It is
right.
today.
March 2nd.
Yeah, big day. And this afternoon, you know, we saw the storms last night. We may see a few more later today. I think the window for severe weather is pretty small, but it is there, so we've got to mention it. Then we got the gusty winds behind it. So a lot going on. Let's first start with rainfall. We did get some, not here in San Antonio, but some folks did get some out of the rain last night. Yes, it came with some severe weather, but we always need the rain. Places like Utopia, Bernie, Bulverde over to San Marcos got some rain, and then there was a larger storm that came across our southern counties that put down some rain. Pleasanton, Floresville, Kennedy, about half an inch in Floresville. That's not too bad. And a little closer look here in San Antonio, places like Chavano Park, Canyon Lake, again, Bernie, Leon Valley, Pipe Creek did pick up a little bit of rain last night. Let's keep our fingers crossed we get a little more this afternoon. We don't want the severe weather, as I said, but we will take some raindrops. We did not get any at the airport. And right now we're looking at mostly cloudy skies to cloudy skies. 71, dew point is at 66, and we've got a southeasterly breeze at 13. There's all the cloud cover, pretty expansive. It's going to take some time for these clouds to burn off, probably a little bit longer than yesterday, but I do think we'll eventually get some sun during the afternoon, and that boosts temperatures. We're already pretty warm. 71 in New Braunfels, 73 Gonzales, 73 Kennedy, 75 right now in Cotulla, and there's still a little bit of rain up there across northern parts of the hill country, but for the most part the rain has moved out. 68 Bulverde, 69 Holota, 69 right now in Divine. Here's the forecast temperature for today. It does get awful warm, especially as you go south and west. Look at Carrizo Springs. We could be pushing 100 today. I would not be surprised if we saw a few triple digits in our far southwestern counties. Here in San Antonio, more on the order of mid 80s, maybe upper 80s. 87 is what we're shooting for. And a little cooler as you go north, 80 in Bernie and Canyon Lake this afternoon. So let's talk rain. Where do those thunderstorms develop and what time? So this is noontime. Clouds begin to fade away. Then as we get into the afternoon, here comes our front. We start to see the very beginnings of some development, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock as this front gets a little bit closer. Then these storms will be on the move. This is 6 o'clock, shows a broken line of showers and storms across the hill country. And it looks like San Antonio is going to be on the tail end of things, as we often are. This is around 7 o'clock. Here's your line of storms. There could be a couple strong storms, strong to severe storms mixed in there. We've brought rain chances up to 40%. Now, if you're south of San Antonio, you're not going to see as much, if anything. Then by 8 o'clock, these are pushing east. Gonzales, Seguin, Kennedy, you're next in line. And then by 9 o'clock, this is mostly pushing out. We've got the clouds leaving, and then the winds kick in. And that'll be the next big story as we get into Thursday night and Friday. What about the risk for severe weather? Well, it's isolated for the most part here around San Antonio. The farther north and northeast you go, the better chance of seeing severe weather. It gets higher. Scattered severe storms possible north of New Braunfels, and as you get north and northeast, this is going to be a severe weather outbreak today. Tyler, Shreveport, Texarkana, those are areas that will really be under the gun as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. It will be a busy day for east and northeast Texas. There is no doubt about it. And we mentioned the winds behind this system. These are some of the forecast gusts. It is showing here 40 to 50, maybe even 55 miles per hour, especially out west. Very, very strong winds. Here in San Antonio, on the order of 40 to 45 miles per hour. This is around 9 o'clock. This is just at one time, but I think through the night, we'll continue to see gusts like this before the winds begin to calm by tomorrow morning and eventually really fall off by tomorrow midday. But here's a look at the forecast. Even through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're still looking at very strong gusts. It takes until noontime before those gusts start dropping below 20 miles per hour on your Friday. And for that reason, we have a variety of watches and warnings out there. High wind warnings out west. You got red flag warnings, which include San Antonio. We've also got a wind advisory, all pointing towards the same thing. Gusty winds, dry conditions, and a high fire danger tonight and even during the day tomorrow. So 76 on your Friday. It does cool down some. 80 on Saturday, 81 Sunday. We'll start to see moisture coming back, so there could be a little bit of patchy fogs, and then Monday, Tuesday. We'll be in the 80s next week. But we'll be watching tonight close, kind of our first round of severe weather for the season. And we'll be here if anything pops up.
We'll be watching you guys closely again.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin.
922, 71 degrees.
Coming up next, a 4,000-year-old discovery was made inside the Great Pyramid of Giza. We're going to tell you how modern technology uncovered its secret. And welcome back. It's 9:25. Egyptian antiquities officials have announced that the discovery of a hidden 9-meter-long corridor behind the main entrance of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The discovery was made using modern technology by scanning the inside of the pyramid. Officials say the unfinished corridor was likely built to relieve the weight of the pyramid on either the main entrance, 7 meters below, or as a chamber. They believe this new finding will lead to more.
Spring is just around the corner. If you're planning to take a visit to our beautiful nation's capital, Washington, D.C., you may want to schedule your trip between March 22nd and March 25th. And here's why. National Park Service says that's when the world-famous cherry blossoms are predicted to reach peak bloom. Experts say because of an unseasonably warm winter, this prevented the trees from ever reaching full dormancy. In return, that made it a little more difficult to determine when that would happen. Last year, peak bloom took place on March 25th. I used to live outside Washington, and whenever family or friends would come to town, this is one of the places we always try to take people to in the springtime. It is beautiful.
It looks beautiful. Yeah, I'm glad that you got to see it up close and personal.
Yeah, it's really cool. The problem is that it's kind of crowded down there around the tidal basin near the Jefferson Memorial, so it could be shoulder to shoulder, like on the Riverwalk on busy weekends.
I see.
Yeah, and you're right up there against the water there on the Potomac River. 927, 71 degrees. There is more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Around $27.5 million in extra food benefits are about to be gone. Here in Bexar County, we're going to tell you where those monthly financial cuts are coming from. Let's look out there with live cam. Not too bad, a little cloudy, 71 degrees after a busy overnight.
It was, and we keep getting pictures in on our KSAT Connect, which is a great way, by the way, for you to share your pictures. If you took some of the storms last night, let me take you up to Canyon Lake, and you can see the hail. It's a little hard to see there, but you can see the hail's covering the ground there as you look out in the distance. Hail is coming down at a pretty good rate. Thankfully, it was a little smaller up near Canyon Lake. We had the bigger hailstones down near Dilley, as you saw earlier. Here's the live radar right now. There's not a lot out there, but we are noticing a couple showers up near Fredericksburg, and then some light returns as you get east over towards Gonzales. There was a little bit of activity, maybe just east of Seguin and around Luling too. That's light shower activity, but we think that we will get things to pick up a little bit as we head into the afternoon. Here's a look at the pollen count. Oak, it's jumping up even more. It's at 180. Mulberry jumps into the moderate category today. Mold, hackberry, elm, and ash. Basically, tree pollen is what's giving everybody fits these days. And these numbers are still going up. Here's KSAT 12-hour forecast. 76 noontime, 79 at 1 o'clock. We'll see the clouds break up, sun pops out, but then we begin to add in the rain chances. 30% at 5 o'clock. We bring it up to a 40% chance of a few storms. I'd say in San Antonio, that 6 to 8 p.m. corridor is when we'll be watching. If we are going to get some storms, that's kind of the time frame we'll be looking at. More on that risk for severe weather and what we can expect coming up tonight and tomorrow as well here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Traffic has been a problem all week long. Traffic troubles, and that's remained past the peak of the morning commute. Right now, you're looking live southbound 281 at Grayson approaching I-35. Looks like a couple of the lanes there approaching the exit to 35 are still closed off. We also have an accident working right now eastbound Loop 410 at McCullough.
And the Spurs are finally back home after the rodeo road trip.
Home sweet home. They expect to get one of their best players back tonight just in time for a game against the Pacers at the AT&T Center. RJ Marquez back in the studio for more on that.
All right, we are excited. Yes, it feels good to be home. The Spurs, they've wrapped up the rodeo road trip in the month of February, and they got a win there to snap that 16-game losing streak. So the Spurs played 2 home games all of last month. Yes, just 2 in the month of February. The last one was on February 3rd, so it's basically been a full month since they were back home. They beat the Jazz 102-98 the other night to finish the road trip with a win there, 1-8, and that was the first Spurs win in 6 weeks and just their 3rd win in 2023. Now, good news here. Devin Vassell, who has not played since January 2nd, is listed as probable for tonight's game. But overall, guys, they're happy to get Devin Vassell back, and they're just glad to be home and be able to sleep in their own bed after traveling more than 6,700 miles during that road trip. Here's what Doug McDermott had to say.
It's been a while since I've been in that bed, so everyone's excited to get on this plane and get back, and we got a quick turnaround, play Indiana coming up, so just get some rest and, check our mail, and, it should be great to be home and back in the great weather of San Antonio.
All right. Hey, great weather there. Hopefully we do get some good weather for the Spurs to return here tonight as they take on the Pacers at the AT&T Center. Tip-off there at 7:30 tonight at the arena. All right, it's March, but you know what? Never too early to talk some football, and this includes your back-to-back Conference USA football champion, the UTSA Roadrunners, who are starting their spring practice next week. So they're getting ready for their first season of play in the American Athletic Conference. Yes, they're actually switching leagues this season, and once again, they will be led by quarterback Frank Harris. And when it comes to spring football, head coach Jeff Traylor said he has his hands full with Frank because Frank always wants to get out there and do the drills and be on the field.
We got to get him, where his body feels really good. And he doesn't like to hear that because he wants to go all the time. And I've got to protect Frank from Frank. And Frank doesn't want to miss a rep. He don't want to miss anything. And we don't need him out there doing a lot.
Yeah, let's keep Frank in a bubble wrap or something for now as the UTSA Roadrunners get set to join the American Athletic Conference. So spring football, guys, starting here on Monday, and it's going to be a week-long spring football session. I wanted to mention real quick, of course, head coach Jeff Traylor is the Grand Marshal for the Battle of Flowers. Yeah. So I got to interview him on Monday, and he said that some of the biggest challenges that he's dealing with right now is finding the right guayabera, also getting some custom-made boots, both that he wants to represent UTSA. He said he's got a lot of pressure on him. Hundreds of thousands of people along the parade route. So yeah, that was a fun interview. That'll be before the Battle of Flowers parade.
Not enough to be the head coach of an up-and-coming football program.
No, the pressure's there. But hopefully we can help Coach Traylor find a good guayabera.
If he's thinking about that right now, he's going to be just fine.
He'll be good. That's what we were telling him. You should be okay, Coach.
Can't wait for Battle of Flowers. RJ, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well, happening today, San Antonio City Council will vote on whether Rosie Castro will be taking over as interim District 7 council member. Castro is a civil rights activist and the mother of politicians Juliana and Joaquin Castro. This vote after Ana Sandoval stepped down. You see her right there, citing family obligations.
Also today, a mass will be held for local artist Jesse Trevino. He passed away a couple of weeks ago at the age of 76. Friends and family paid their respects last night during a rosary service at Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Trevino is known for his vivid paintings around the city.
Thousands of local families are bracing for the end of extra food stamp benefits.
They are losing the extra benefits because a policy to help feed low-income families during the pandemic is expiring.
RJ takes a look at what it means and how the San Antonio Food Bank and a state advocacy group are preparing for a surge in demand.
After nearly 3 years, the federal government is ending a pandemic-era policy that gave families on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, extra money every month.
This cut is definitely going to hurt many of our families who have been able to use those benefits.
Melanie McGuire with the San Antonio Food Bank said they expect it could be harder for families to put food on the table.
We're going to see more folks coming into the food lines. We've seen that already when inflation's begun.
More than 127,000 families in Bexar County receive SNAP benefits, and every eligible household is now expected to see a drop of at least $95. It amounts to a loss of around $27.5 million in extra food benefits every month in Bexar County alone. And to prepare for this drop in benefits, the San Antonio Food Bank is educating their families on more government programs they can apply for. They are also setting up more food donation stations across the San Antonio area.
Seniors will probably be hurt more, as their Social Security usually means that they get smaller SNAP benefits.
Rachel Cooper with the state advocacy group called Every Texan says this also affects people on fixed incomes like retirees, families with disabled relatives, children, and minorities. Cooper and McGuire say families who have been using these extra payments need to update their status with SNAP to see if they qualify for more benefits.
Especially if you have moved or your rent has gone up, your expenses have gone up, because those might affect how much money you qualify for.
The timing of that is just really difficult for folks who are, making really tough decisions right now.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Time right now is 9:38, 71 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Coming up next, we are honoring a teacher at Brandeis High School who is credited for not only giving her students the confidence to speak in front of large groups, but also for giving them the confidence to compete. We're going to introduce you to KSAT's Educator of the Month.
Educator of the Month, brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
Today, we are introducing you to a Northside ISD teacher who is credited with helping students who may be hesitant to speak in front of people to get up there and shine.
That's right. Leslie Crady is a speech and debate director at Brandeis High School, and our team here at KSAT got to surprise her with the Educator of the Month award last week. Take a look.
This is the reason why I do what I do. You've got some really big brains here.
It's all about the students for Brandeis speech and debate director Leslie Crady. But on this afternoon,
we'd like to honor you with the Educator of the Month for February.
It was all about her. Leslie Crady's former student,
get over here, girl,
Ashley Jansky, a graduate of Brandeis High School, nominated her for KSAT's Educator of the Month award. Ashley credits Mrs. Crady for giving her the confidence to not only speak in front of people, but also to compete in speech and debate.
When I first started speech in 10th grade, I was struggling to have special needs, and Ms. Crady, she was helping me, and she gave me the confidence. She never gave up on me.
It's not about getting kids to that Ivy League school, although that's great, but it's about getting kids just a little bit more comfortable from where they were when they first entered the class. We're doing what's called LD right now, Lincoln Douglas debate.
Leslie Crady has been teaching for 15 years with 5 years at Brandeis High School. And this year, her son, sophomore Garrett Crady, is a student in her class. He tells us that his mom is so deserving of this award.
I'm very proud because my mom has done a lot for the debate community, especially for me, Ashley, and a lot of other debaters that we have, that taking them to tournaments and just being an all-around good teacher and a good mom to not me, but most of the students.
It's interesting. Leslie Crady is also a graduate of a Northside ISD school. She went to Taft High School, and that's where she picked up her love for speech and debate.
Full circle moment there.
Definitely.
Congratulations. And of course, we always love to hear more about wonderful people in our education system here in South Texas.
Yeah, so just come on to our website, ksat.com, and nominate your favorite educator.
I love those. Those are awesome. I love seeing that.
Well, it was a busy night for our weather team here at KSAT 12. Adam and the team were up late, and Justin and Mike were up early this morning.
Yeah, we were tracking a couple storms here and there. They were mostly isolated, but they did drop some big hail. So that was kind of the first round, and then we're going to watch what happens this evening. There's an opportunity for a couple more strong storms. We are getting into severe weather season, by the way. So let's jump right in and show you the radar. We've got some showers out there. These are nothing more than a few sprinkles, but we do need to point them out there near Gonzales and Luling. Seen some light showers. These are tracking north across I-10. And we're going to see a few sprinkly showers here and there. We've also noticed a few showers up there near Fredericksburg. Now, that was an area that got hit by a severe storm earlier this morning as well. Now, just some really light rain that mostly is going away. So, by and large, the radar is fairly quiet. It's not until I'd say 4, 5, 6 o'clock this afternoon, this evening, that we'll start to see things get a little more active once again. Outside, cloudy, and temperatures are sitting at 71. Dew point is at 66. Southeasterly winds at 13. That is ushering in a ton of moisture. And the satellite picture shows we've got cloudy skies for most of us this morning. There are those very light showers we were talking about up near Fredericksburg. It'll take some time, but I think we will lose some of this cloud cover. Probably takes until after lunch for that to happen. So in the meantime, we're going to stick in the 70s, and we'll continue to see the humid conditions. 71 at the airport. 69 hello to 69 Boulevardy, 72 right now in Randolph, and 70 over there in Seguin. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast. By noontime, we'll call it cloudy, 76, and then breaking out into some sun. 87 at 4 o'clock. That's likely our high temperature, and then we start to add in the rain chances. We bring them up to 40% by 6, 7, 8 o'clock. That's kind of the window I want to watch for San Antonio. We're going to be on the tail end of things. And there could be 1 or 2 strong storms mixed in as this broken line kind of works in our direction. Then by 9 o'clock, this is all pushing east and our rain chances start to drop off. So too do the dew points. It's going to be a very humid day. But once that front reaches us, then the dew points just fall off a ledge. It's dry and then it turns very windy. That's always a concern around here, especially considering the drought conditions we have. So fire weather watches and fire concerns will be there. Here's a look at the forecast. And those clouds, yeah, they do burn off during the afternoon. And then as we head towards, say, 4 o'clock, we start to see the beginnings of some development in the hill country right on that front. It works a little bit closer at 6 o'clock. We've got a broken line of showers and storms. And it's at this point, 6, 7 o'clock, where San Antonio could be affected and we could start to see some severe weather pop up. It's not a guarantee. I think we're on the tail end of things, but we do need to watch it. And then by 8, 9 o'clock, this is quickly pushing east and our rain chances drop off. So by 9 o'clock, it's affecting Cuero, Howittsville, but then it'll be out of there. Out of here, out of the viewing area, and by midnight we've cleared out. But that's when we start to have to worry about the gusty winds. Here's a look at the severe risk for today. We're in the isolated corridor here around San Antonio. You get north and northeast of town, it becomes more scattered. The risk for severe weather grows just a little bit. And then you get up into northeast Texas, and it's almost a sure thing that there are going to be severe storms here. Tyler, Shreveport, Texarkana, Little Rock. These areas likely will be hit very hard with severe weather. So again, it kind of stair steps down. We're on the far edge of things, but we do need to watch it. And then the other big story is going to be the gusty winds in the wake of this system. Gusts 40 to maybe 50 miles per hour. I think the strongest winds will be out on the Rio Grande, Del Rio, Eagle Pass, but even here in San Antonio, we could see gusts around 40 to 45. And this is at 9 p.m. tonight, by the way. We just took one time frame here, but even going into tonight and early tomorrow morning, we're going to see some gusty winds. The wind gust forecast calls for those gusts up over 40 miles per hour through about tomorrow morning, and then they'll start to relax as we head towards midday. And by the way, it's going to be chilly tomorrow morning. With those winds, there could even be a little bit of a wind chill on your Friday morning. Something else to look for. A lot of watches and warnings out there too because of the gusty winds, because of the dry air. Red flag warnings basically means high fire danger. We've got high wind warnings out west, wind advisories for everybody else. So the extended forecast here, 76 tomorrow, dry, gusty winds, especially early in the day. And then 80 on Saturday. Notice the morning low, 46. 52 Sunday morning with some patchy fog. So chilly mornings, warm afternoons. That'll be the theme of the weekend. And the next week, a lot more moisture and some spring-like temperatures.
It's so weird because just a week or two ago, we were talking about severe weather almost kind of, as an afterthought. Hey, we're getting ready to start thinking about that. And here it is. And it probably picks up as we head into the latter part of March and April.
Okay, well, we'll watch out for those gusty winds then.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin.
About 10 till 71 degrees.
Coming up next, the latest in Hollywood, from rock and roll to who's nominated this year for an Oscar.
The lights change how everything looks. It's hard to find our house.
When Tony Kushner and Steven Spielberg wrote the Oscar-nominated movie The Fabelmans, who did most of the typing? Kushner is up for 2 Oscars for the film, Best Original Screenplay and Best Picture. The film up for 7 Academy Awards. And he says he and Spielberg wrote the story on Zoom while stuck inside their homes.
I'm a much better typer than Steven is. I'm not a great typist, but Steven really isn't fast. So I did all the typing, but he could see what I was doing. And we were on Zoom so we could look at each other, and we did it 3 days a week, 4 hours a day for 2 months, and we finished the screenplay.
We'll see if he and Spielberg and The Fabelmans win any Oscars, March 12th on ABC.
Michael B. Jordan!
Hollywood's newest star, Michael B. Jordan. He got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame Wednesday.
Growing up in Newark, New Jersey, the idea of receiving an honor like this was like a dream. But I've always been a dream chaser, you know, never been afraid of hard work.
Jordan directed and stars in Creed 3, which is in theaters this weekend. The rock and rolling all night and partying every day is officially coming to an end in December. Kiss announcing the dates and locations for the band's final shows on their end-of-the-road tour, which they say is their last tour ever. It'll end with a 2-night stand at New York City's Madison Square Garden, December 1st and 2nd, just blocks from where the band was born 50 years ago.
Unfortunately, this crime clashed with the presence of Benoit Blanc.
And happy birthday, Benoit Blanc, the former James Bond. Knives Out star Daniel Craig is 55 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Search for Love is a free tennis clinic put on by a group of local high school students. I'm Sarah Costa. Coming up tomorrow on GMSA, why they want to share their love for tennis.
She played in high school and college. I wouldn't play against her. She's really good.
Even now, yeah.
Yeah, trending now on our website, the nonprofit San Antonio Charter Moms hosting the final School Discovery Day this weekend. The goal is to help parents decide which area charter school is right for their kids. It's happening Saturday at the Central Games Plaza in Yanaguada Garden on South Alamo Street. Right now on KSAT.com, we have a list of the schools participating.
And the Alamo City is known for many foods, but according to a new survey, pizza is not one of them. San Antonio was named the worst city for pizza, according to the survey. It's because of the high prices and online search activity showing very little interest. Austin came close behind San Antonio, ranking as the 45th in the nation for the second year in a row. Detroit took the top spot. You can check out all of these stories on KSAT.com.
Let's check TransGuide right now. We had an incident close to downtown 281 at Grayson. It looks like that has now cleared. The only other one that was showing up as of around 9 o'clock this morning, so a little less than an hour ago, eastbound 410 at McCullough. Just be advised, we have a couple of stalled vehicles. Otherwise, that's it.
And it's a little murky out there. We've got temperatures in the 70s. No rain right now, and we'll see these clouds kind of clear out. Some sun this afternoon. It turns into a warm, humid day, 87. But then we'll watch for some storms tonight as a frontal boundary comes in. About a 30 to 40% chance of some storms. Generally, San Antonio points north. We'll watch for a couple of strong ones. And then the other big story of the gusty winds behind the front. So if you haven't secured some of those loose items in your backyard or the trash can, know that it might just blow away tonight.
Okay.
Yes, I need to do that.
And submit those pictures. KSAT Connect, a button at the bottom of our free Weather Authority app.
Have a good day.